Okay, so welcome everyone. I'm Padmadarshini, and this is, I think it's Thursday, the 2nd of April, and I'm recording this led meditation from my bedroom in Manchester. I hope that it'll be interesting and supportive for you. So we're going to start off with we're going to have a little bit of movement, just very simple movements to let go and release, to release some tension that we might be arriving with. Then we're going to do some lying down practice, and then we're going to come up and sit. So that's the little sequence. So you might want to have something to lie down on and something for sitting. Okay, so I'm just going to step back. So my suggestion to begin is I'm actually going to start standing, but you could also do this lying down. I have to adjust the screen so you could see me. So you could be sitting, you could also be doing it on your lying down, whatever feels. And it's really simple. I'm going to suggest that we just start to shake your wrists. So the reason I'm doing this is that shaking is a really good way to discharge the kind of build up of cortisol and stress hormones. So it can be a really good way to arrive into some practice, just connect with our body. So do what feels okay. I'm going to take it into my elbows. So I've got my hands, my fingers, my wrists, my elbows. I'm going to take it into my shoulders. And I'm just starting to breathe out a little bit out through my mouth. So you can move your arms around. So obviously work with any limitations and challenges that you are with presently. Then I'm going to sort of bring some bit of movement into my hips, so I can circle my hips, I can shake. It's quite nice. So it doesn't really matter what the movement is. Just bringing movement starts to release tension. You can come forwards a little bit. If being standing up doesn't feel good, you can do all of this also on the floor. So if that feels like it would be more attractive, go with that. It doesn't really matter what position you're in. See if you can balance on one leg if necessary. I've got a wall here, and you can shake one leg. Give it your breath. So I'm breathing out through my mouth. And I'm going to the other leg. So if you're standing, and if you're on your back, you can shake your legs in the air. If you're standing, see if you can get your legs shaking. So shaking is something that animals in nature do when they've had a fright or a fear, so they shake it out. I've actually seen the deer near Dharma Coast doing that actually. And just see if there's anywhere else that your body needs to move. Give it your breath. If your back is okay, you can bend your knees and hang forwards a little bit. And if you're standing, you could imagine you're like a water bottle, and you're just going to go to the side so you can see, and you're just going to bounce. Plant your feet. Let your whole body gently bounce. So if you imagine, if you had a container of water, the container is firm, and as you shake the water, the contents move. So it's something like that. Let's do a little bit of tapping. Just tapping all over. Anywhere you want, tapping. Might be quite nice to, so if you can, get your hands to your kidneys. I've got the backs of my hands there. Feels easier on my arms, my shoulders than my. Include your head, maybe tapping with your fingers rather than open and close your mouth. Have a few yawns. And then let's stroke or brush off your whole body. So a sense of brushing off anxiety, tension. Maybe you've been sitting on the computer for too long. Anywhere else that's not been included. And then just have a final little shake and bounce. Feel yourself arriving, letting go of whatever you've been doing. And then letting that go, just pause a moment. Feel the energy and aliveness tingling your inner body. So now we're going to lie down, to set yourself up to lie down. So make yourself comfortable. So something, support under the backs of knees. Often brings a bit more comfort and ease to our lower backs. See where you want to place your arms, maybe out to the side with a bit of space around your armpits, or maybe it feels good to rest your hands somewhere on your body, maybe your belly, your heart. So just taking the time to place yourself in a way that feels comfortable. And then as your body rests and arrives, or begins to arrive in this new position, maybe you can still feel the energy from the movements, the shaking, tapping, stroking, brushing that we did. So go back to sense the pulsations, vibrations, warmth, the aliveness of your inner body. And also, maybe we can just be aware of the space around our body, so the immediate space of the room that you're in, sounds. Both inside the building you're in, maybe a sense of the outside, people around, people in houses, perhaps nearby. And a sense of the wider world and everything that is going on in the world today. Just to kind of bring that with us, hold that with us in our awareness, and let our practice be for, in our hearts, in our intention, let it be for the whole world, for everyone. So feel the surface of your body. Bring your awareness into your contact with the ground. Weight through the back of your head. Simply take your awareness there. Feel the contact. You might let your mouth slightly open, your lips slightly part, release your jaw. You might take a few breaths, breathing out through your mouth. Let your eyes rest back towards the back of your head. The back of your head resting back towards the earth. And then moving down to your upper back, shoulders and shoulder blades, space between the shoulder blades. Breathing your weight down into the support of the floor under you. Back of your ribs. Maybe a sense of your heart, the organ of your heart and your energetic heart center. And maybe there's some way we can let that rest, let our hearts rest back towards the earth. Everything that is in your heart. And whatever part of your arms is on the ground, feeling the contact. Maybe your elbows, maybe your hands, both. If your hands are resting on your body, just feel the sensation, touch of hands on touch of your body. And the breath. And then feeling the whole lower back of the pelvis, lower back of the waist. As you breathe out, let this spread and lengthen into the floor. Let your lower back release into the floor. Sense of your abdominal organs, your belly. Breathing, feeling your belly. And going down into include our pelvis. Sensing where your legs meet your pelvis, the hip sockets, hip joints. Your legs, feeling how they're arranged, the shape, maybe a bend at the knee. Whatever parts of your legs are resting on something, the floor or a cushion or a roll under your knees. Just feeling that contact. Note and the contact of whatever part of your feet touches the floor. So then a sense of the whole back of your body. The whole back surface of your body. Resting on the earth. So even if you're maybe not on ground floor level, you're maybe on first or second floor or higher perhaps. The ground, the earth is underneath, it's under the foundations of the building you're in. And we're always under the influence of the earth's gravity. Letting ourselves give our weight to the earth. Lean in. join with the earth's gravity, pull of gravity on your body. Whole back of your body lengthening, softening, releasing, spreading. Bringing your awareness to your breathing, really, really gently, sensing where the breath is, how you can feel the breath. Our breath can be, we might experience it like a wave that rises up the beach and then falls back into the body of the sea. So the waves of breath rising and falling. So I'm going to suggest a little exploration, or a few explorations we can explore here with our breathing. So I'll describe this first one and then I'll say it again. So maybe just hear it the first time. So I'm going to suggest we imagine that we're breathing in through the soles of our feet, and the breath is flowing up our legs, to our hip sockets and into our pelvis and belly. Then we rest in our belly, and as we breathe out and breathe in. And then we breathe out and breathe out from our belly, down our legs, out through the soles of our feet. So I'll say it again and you can give it a go. Just really gently, so never force the breath. Keep the breath nice and easy. So you're not kind of trying too hard with this. So I'll describe it again and you can join in this time if you want. So just aware of the next exhalation. And then as I breathe in, I'm imagining I'm breathing in through the soles of my feet, up through my legs, to my hips, to my belly. Breathing out, resting in the belly. Breathing in, resting my awareness in my belly. And then as I breathe out, I flow, awareness flows from my belly, down my legs, out through the soles of my feet. So that would be one round. So I'll describe it again. And then once you've got it, you can just keep going with it at your own pace. So I'm just registering the next exhalation. And then I'm going to breathe in through the soles of my feet, flow up my legs, through my hips to my belly. Breathing out, resting in my belly. As I breathe in again, just resting awareness in my belly. Breathing out from the belly to my hips, down my legs, out through my feet. So see if you can just stay with that for the next few minutes. Find your own rhythm. Don't strain. Don't strain the breathing. So I'll say it again if anybody needs a reminder. On my next inhalation, you breathe in, drawing as if you are breathing through the soles of your feet, flowing up your legs to your belly. Breathing out, resting in your belly. Breathing in, just resting in your belly. Breathing out, flow from your belly, down your legs, out through the soles of your feet. So stay with that a little bit longer if that's feeling interesting. If you've done enough, you can just rest in your belly. And then in the next little while, let's all let that go. And let your awareness just rest gently in the center of your body, in your belly, in your abdomen, pelvis. We have a brain in our belly, a simple brain that is able to process, digest, process information. The enteric nervous system or gut brain. Maybe your stomach is rumbling and your guts have kind of woken up a little bit, become active. Just being there with whatever is there in your belly. Sensation, emotion, connection. Meeting yourself with kindness. So we're going to let our awareness flow up towards the heart. So both the physical heart, the organ of our heart, slightly to the left of our breastbone, and our heart center in the center of our chest. You might even, if your hands are on your body, you might even want to bring a hand up there. And we can do a similar thing with our breath, exploration with our breath. So I'll do the same thing, I'll describe it, and then you can try it out. And for me, it's not essential. You can see what you want to do, but for me, I do actually quite like to have my arms out to the side when I do this, about 45 degrees. But it does work with your hands on your body as well. So just going to see what's called. So here's the little exploration. I bring my awareness into my fingers and my hands. And I breathe in as if I was breathing in through my fingers. The inhalation flows up my arms into my chest, to the heart. As I breathe out, resting in the heart. As I breathe in, just resting my awareness in the space of the heart. And then breathing out, flowing down the heart, from the heart, down the arms, out through the fingers. So again, just take it nice and easy. Don't try too hard. Never force the breath. So the next breath in,
Imagine you breathing in through the tips of your fingers, flowing up through your arms to your shoulders, into the center of your chest. As you breathe out, just rest there in the space of the heart. And as you breathe in, rest there in the space of the heart. And as you breathe out, flow from your heart down your arms, out through the tips of your fingers. So just keep going with that if you feel it resonates. I'll describe it one more time. So as I prepare to begin my next inhalation, awareness in my fingertips, breathing in, the air flows up my arms to my heart. Breathing out, resting there in the heart space. Breathing in, just being there, inhabiting your heart space. Breathing out, flowing from your heart down your arms, out through your fingertips. So stay with this, explore this for a few minutes. So at any point you can let the movement of awareness go and just rest in your heart space. Or keep going a little bit longer. So in the next little while, if you're still with that, let the movement of awareness with the breath, let that subside. Rest in your heart, the space of your heart. How our heart connects to our hands, and our hands give expression to what's in our heart, all the things that we do with our hands. So whatever is there in your heart, just letting it be there. And if you notice you feel disconnected, bring your kindly attention to that experience of being disconnected. So when we're disconnected, we can see if we can connect through moving towards that feeling of disconnection. It's our way back in. we might feel the two centers together, our belly and our heart. You could bring your hands on or back on if you had them there earlier. And broaden out so you're sensing your whole body here. Back body, weight on the ground. Your bones and organs supported by the ground. Front surface of your body resting on the back body. So we're going to continue by making a transition, or this is my suggestion, to sitting up. If your body is saying, no, I just need to stay here, then that's really fine. Stay with that. If you feel you want to come on up to sit, then just take your time. Find a way to roll to your side. Bringing this with you, bringing the ground, the earth, whatever is with you, belly and heart, bringing that with you as you make a transition to sitting. And then once you've changed your position, established a comfortable sitting position, be warm, so using a blanket around you if you need it. Maybe just coming back to feeling these two centers, your belly, your pelvis now anchored on your cushion, supporting your belly. Your heart resting over your belly, over your pelvis. The undulation of breath in your inner body. And the ground now under you in a different way. Feeling this new relationship with the earth, with the ground. Weight going down through your sit bones, your legs, your knees. There's a nice practice we can do here with the breath, a little bit similar to what we've done. So I'll describe it as I did before. So this time I'm going to breathe the energy of the earth up from under me. I'm going to flow along the front of my spine. So I'm just going to sense where that is. I'm going to breathe out the energy of the earth, take it all the way up. Breathe out
into the space above my head. And I'm going to draw the energy of the sky down into my body. So I'll just describe it. So I take my awareness, so you could just imagine it the first time. I take my awareness all the way down into my pelvic floor, where I'm meeting the ground. And as I breathe in, I breathe the energy of the earth up into my body. I just let it flow all the way up. And then I'm going to breathe out into the sky. And I breathe in and I'm going to draw the energy of the sky above my head down into my body. And I'm going to breathe out down into the earth. So really important not to strain the breathing. So your awareness is going to move quite quickly in a way so that you're not putting any stress on the breathing. So not kind of taking it very lightly, a light touch. So we could have a go together. So you just feel your contact with the ground and sensing around the pelvic floor. And you could even go a little bit down under the floor or sensing the earth beneath. And the next time you breathe in, draw the energy from under you, the earth energy. Breathe it into your body, flow it up through your spine, the front of your spine. And you just breathe it out through the top of your head. And the next breath in, you draw the energy of the sky, it flows through the top of your head, down the core of your body, and you breathe it out into the earth. And we can keep going, so I'll describe it again. So you may already just have picked it up, and if you need to hear this description again, just notice your next breath out. The breath in, bring your awareness into your pelvic floor and you breathe the energy of the earth up into your body. Let it flow all the way up to the top of your head and you breathe out to the sky, up to the sky. And then as you breathe in, draw the energy of the sky in through the crown of your head. Let it flow down, throat, heart, belly, pelvic floor, out into the earth, breathing out. And just see how that's, play with that. If it doesn't feel okay, if it doesn't fit for you today, just let it go. For me, it's important to have a really light touch. So if you need to stop, let it go at any point. Just follow that impulse. If you're with it still, just maybe just a little bit longer.
And then in the next little while, let that go. If you're still with it, just let it go. Maybe we can have a sense of those two energies in our body. The energy, the grounding, anchoring, rooting of the earth. The lightness, spaciousness, clarity of the sky energy. And how we need both. So maybe just noticing how your awareness is, where you are. Breathing body, breathing heart, breathing belly. And take an anchor around the breath. So it could be an anchor in one place in the body, the belly, the heart, or somewhere else. Or it could be that you're just kind of with the whole wave of the breath in and out. Feel how the breath moves you, the visceral sensations of the body breathing. And let your breathing, or let your awareness of your breathing be infused with sensitivity and tenderness. And especially if you find yourself in any way in pain, physically, emotionally, mentally. See if we can let that include that suffering, that pain. See if we can meet all of ourselves and not make anything wrong. So we'll sit for about another 5 minutes. Simply being here with yourself as you are, a breathing part of the world. And you might sense the world around you as you breathe in and breathe out. Sense of connection, solidarity, metta, kindness. For our troubled world. And holding in your awareness anyone you know who is particularly suffering right now. Whether it's someone that you know personally or maybe someone that you've heard about. You just very gently, from your own breathing body, keeping company with this, all of this that's happening and these people that you might be bringing to mind. And you feel the anchor of the ground under you, support of the sky above you. So you're preparing to bring the practice to an end in a moment, in a little while. Come back to really feeling this physicality of your body, shape and weight, contact with the ground.